Hey, good morning. What a beautiful day it is to be a child of God. And who didn't know that? Y'all, I've been humbled. I've been served a slice of humble pie, and it's okay. I listen to the Spirit, and the Spirit tells me you need to check yourself. And I'm like, okay. And then I get the hollering. I be crying, y'all, because I do not want to be found not pleasing to our Father. Now, this weekend, right? My sister, she had overdosed over fentanyl, right? So every year we have this outreach day called La Fe Day. It was one person that I actually had to turn down because how evil and mean she was. Now, one thing about it is I'm not saying that what I did was ideal, but you have to think of it like this. Everything our Father does is decent and in order. Satan is the author of confusion. And we have to stop that confusion. We can't just let people push over us because we're children of God. We can't let people just talk to us any kind of way. We can't accept the abuse that they have for us, some of Satan's kids. Now, we have to remember the people that we're dealing with when we're out there in the street. And I know that God has prepped me for such a time as this. I grew up around mentally challenged people. I grew up around lots of drug addicts. I became an addict. I sold drugs. A couple of my parents were addicts, family members. Look, this is something that I grew up on. I'm from the hood, okay? And not only that, I grew around people that were less fortunate, and grew around people that had a little bit of change. Then not only that, y'all, I've been doing customer service for over 34 years. And then this outreach thing, I've been doing this over at least a couple of decades, a little bit more than that. So I know how to deal with people. I just don't want to offend my brethren, people that were with me that had never been before, because a lot of people feel that children of God are just loving and that's it. Like we cannot rebuke or we can't reprove, and that's not correct. See, that's the thing about it is that I stay at God's feet. I'm not only filled with the Spirit, but I'm led by the Spirit. So I'm not going to go out and just treat people in a disrespectful way or be rude to anybody, because that's not me. And then whenever we hear from the Spirit, and the Spirit is telling us to do something or telling us that we have to examine ourselves, because we're supposed to do that daily, and God does chastise those whom He loves, then we need to do that. We need to listen to the Spirit. That's what the Spirit is here for. He guides us. He reproves us. You know what I'm saying? He corrects us. And He brings us to all truth. And a person like me that is very sensitive and has that type of heart, guess what? It hurts me to hurt my father. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt none of my brethren, nobody. And so that corrects me. And that brings me back. And then I was talking to somebody else. And another thing about it too, you can see some actions that may be in you and other people. And I was talking to somebody else about a situation, and I was like, Diane, is you like that? Lord, please don't let me be. Listen, we have to be found blameless, spotless, right? And without wrinkle. And that's what I want to be found. So I try to let this mind be in me that's also in Christ Jesus. But remember, whenever you go through something, don't let that stop you from doing what God called you. Whatever you hear and you have to correct it, just correct it and move on. Don't start finding depression or anxiety or anything, because I didn't know. God knows that He knows us, period. He knows our heart, and our work is not in vain. Our labor is not in vain. God rewards those who diligently seek Him. He's not finna let you be out here leaking like that. He protects us. He tells us what to say. I pray about everything. Even before I do anything, I pray. So remember that if you're staying at God's feet and you talking and listening to Him, there's going to be times when God tells you to do something that you don't agree with, that you have to do, right? Because He's teaching us. He's perfect. He's our Father. And I thank God for His precious Spirit, but I'm not going to let nobody feel like they're entitled to something just because I'm a child of God. They're entitled to treat me a certain way. They're entitled to abuse me. They're entitled to disrespect me. No. I don't know where it says that in the Word. Okay? I got love for you, and I have love to you, show love towards you, But I'm not going to let you abuse me, honey. I'm zero tolerance for abuse. I hope that helps somebody. Have a blessed day.